Hello and welcome to Convict Inc. I'm your host, Robert Rosso. So, some of you who have been listening know that when I was in the Washington County Detention Center, as a matter of fact, it was the day of March the 7th, I went and saw my attorney, Anna Williams, and we had a conversation about my health issues, about my status as far as how long I was going to be in that jail, etc. Anyway, when I came back that day, there was a silence, like an eerie feeling when I walked into the pod, and I swear, there was a half-assed, part of me thought I was, my kid jumped, maybe for just running my mouth on YouTube or whatever. Totally possible. It's not out of the realm, but it is what it is. But anyway, and what happened was there were some guys that were going over the stuff that I had filed in prison. Specifically the compassionate release brief that I filed, which I did pro se on my own, and then I did ask the courts to appoint me somebody, and that was Anna Williams, and together, along with Judge Brooks, who granted my release, I got out. Anyway, my point being is that day, the light shined on, and I realized that my value as far as my legal work or doing any kind of legal work in jail had shot up tremendously. I didn't even think about it before, but just the fact that I had overturned or flipped, whatever you want to say, or been granted relief from life without parole and then got out, it's a really, really big deal within the jails. So instantly, the amount of my dollar, if I was going to charge, let's say $100 to do something, it can go way up. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even touch what's called the 2255. I wouldn't even touch one for under probably $7,500, and I mean that. Is it legal in the federal system? No. People can donate in this facility I'm in. Absolutely, there's nothing against it. In the county jail, I don't know, maybe questionable, but whatever. So I had said before that when I came back, there was an inmate. He was older. He offered me X amount of dollars to file a motion for him. I told him $500 at the beginning, and then it was $15 or something like that. Long story short, he had a trust fund. He can only send me $2,500, and that was the agreement. And it was because his lawyer can only release funds one time at 8:00 on Friday. Blah blah blah. So I agreed to it. Well, what ends up happening is, at the last minute, at actually 4:10 a.m. the next morning, I stayed up all night doing this. Actually, there was 3 motions involved. By the way, he was granted each and every one. I just found out yesterday. It was a bond reduction and some other stuff in a state court in the Benton County court system in Benton County, Arkansas. So I stayed up all night and I filed them. And when I left, he gave me until 8:00 the next night. If I can find somebody to spend $2,500 to, I could do it. If not, he was going to keep the money. I told him when I left, this is what I would like for you to do. If I cannot find a way to get this money, then buy everybody in the jail. Buy everybody a pizza, and a Coke or whatever. I was originally going to go ahead because I didn't want to charge $2,500 because it was too much what I was doing. And I didn't want to burn the dude. So in my mind, I figured, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have a pizza party. I'm going to, they have something called, what was it? Fresh produce. No, damn it. Anyway, every Tuesday, they had Fresh Serve, I think it was called. Damn it, I can't think of the name. But they come around and they would bring a salad. I love the salads, by the way. They would have a salad, pizza, some kind of sandwiches. It's stuff I think that they sold in the officer's dining room. But the pizzas were $11, $10.90 or something like that. And they really weren't that good. I had one last time I was in there. Matter of fact, Chad Marks bought me one the last time I was in there. Well, there was 56 inmates in the pod that night. And when I left, I didn't think too much of it. I told the guy to spend, like I said, I had plans to buy everybody a pizza and maybe a soda. I think that's what I was going to do. But I had told the guy to do it, and he was a little bit 65, a little bit crazy-ish, whatever. Well, yesterday I'm sitting here, and here comes some guys from Washington County, Arkansas, and one of the guys was in the pod. And he came up to me, he's like, hey, Rob, you knew my name, blah, blah, blah. I forgot this guy's name. He's Hispanic. Got 48 months for some kilos of cocaine. By the way, Judge Brooks gave him a 3-month downward departure. I think that's awesome. He went downwards on the guidelines. I think that shows some kind of reform in Judge Brooks' Anyway, I should shut up. But I think that was cool. I don't think he deserved a whole bunch. Anyway, so what they did was the guy actually went and bought everybody in jail, 56 people, a pizza, a Coke, and a brownie. And the brownies were $1.90. And I just found this out. Everybody, not in the jail, I'm sorry, in a certain pod. And I thought that was pretty awesome. So, yeah, made me kind of feel good because it was on Convict Inc. People even said that. So that was pretty cool. It makes me feel like it wasn't worth nothing, but I didn't care. That cut my teeth and got my brain started going in the legal direction. Plus, I've been just riding my ass off. I'll shut up about that right now. So, I mentioned in something I did earlier, about a half hour ago, in the piece about Cimarron, that I had filed my lawsuit. So I got a 1983 I filed, which is a civil rights lawsuit based on the fact of excessive force when the jailers drug me down the stairs. I'm still actually waiting for MRIs on that. Anyway, so I got those in. I'm going against the jail's actual grievance procedure system and their disciplinary system because they didn't have, it's a due process claim. Anyway, that has been filed, and then there's two other things I filed, which are called tort claims, and that's against the marshals. So U.S. Marshals in the West District of Arkansas, you guys have always been kind. Just know that it's nothing personal. It's coming your way. Matter of fact, I bet you it landed. It's taking like 4 or 5 days for mail, right? I bet it's landed in D.C. today, so you guys will be hearing about that. Anyway, so I got those, and in this jail, I have now, something happened the other day that's a pretty big deal as far as litigation. And here's what happens. There's a guy here, he's black, African-American, about 44 years old. He's been in this jail for 17 months. Staff inmate, he's well-respected. He's actually on the captain's crew, which means he works outside. There's 3 guys, and he cuts grass. I'm not going to say his name. I'm intentionally withholding his name right now because this is an ongoing investigation. So we've got three guys on the captain's crew, 2 white, and then him who's black. A white boss and a white rec officer. They're all doing the grass in front of the gym. It gets done cutting the grass, pause the mowers, and the boss says to one of the white kids, you go mow C in front of C block. And then he looks at the black guy that I'm talking about, and he goes, hey, you go over in front of the chow hall, and you mow the grass in front of the chow hall. To which the black dude says, yes, sir. The rec officer immediately out of nowhere goes, you say, yes, sir, massa. You hear me? Let me tell you, in 2024, a correction officer said to a black inmate, you say, yes, sir, massa. Now, I don't know how many of you know, like, what a huge deal that is. He came back to the block. He was totally distraught. He's my neighbor. He lives 1 cell over from me. He made them take him off work. So it was this, there's no getting around that this officer clearly saw this person's color of skin only. He's very dark-skinned, I will say that. It was hot outside. He sees this guy, identifies him, and makes a slave joke, a former slave joke. The joke's on him now. So as soon as he came back in the block, he says what happened, and I was speechless. I couldn't believe this happened. What this comes down to is actually, racism for sure. Comes down to a 14th Amendment violation. The 14th Amendment of the Constitution is equal protection. And what happens is because there's 3 different workers, street workers, 2 of which are white, the officer does not make the comment to the white guy. He says it to the black guy, which shows impartiality, racism, whatever you want to say. Clear-cut 14th Amendment violation. 100% is going to court. Well, I filed all the paperwork for it, and I have never in my life, in all the filings I've done, seen a warden come back and admit that the actual incident occurred, and there's outside people coming in over this incident. That's how serious this is, okay? This officer's done. I don't know. I don't think they have unions and stuff. Maybe it was unfortunate. Maybe he was playing, whatever you want to say. But 2024 can't happen. I am just filing what's called an emergency temporary restraining order. It's getting ready to go to court. Actually, Monday we just have to wait for an envelope and stamps. And yeah, so that's litigation I've been working on. And the problem is for anybody illegal goes out there to listen, the problem is it's not the case. It's the damages, what damage is done. I did write the NAACP form, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I have been doing any work the whole pot has. The problem is it's hard to get established in here as far as doing any legal work because everybody comes and goes so quick. So I'm basically just been helping a bunch of guys out, and that's what I've been doing, killing my time. That and writing on a book. That will be done. So I'm just driving through it and staying sober. Anyway, thought I'd talk about the pizza party. I thought that was pretty freaking cool. Made me smile. Made me feel a little good that they had a pizza at least. I mean, like I said, I wanted to do it because the work I did didn't warrant $2,500. And I just wanted everybody else to at least smile for the day in there, have a good day. And I'm glad that it happened. Otherwise, you guys take care. It is Friday night. Have a safe weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.